This is a little story about acceptance and embracing your true identity. So the thing is, I had to come to terms with who I really was, and I had to fully accept all of me. And when I say I had to fully accept all of me, I mean accept Demi Cortez, and I had to accept the child in me that I didn't allow to grow up. I had to reconnect with the version of myself, which was that kid, that happy kid that used to run around the neighborhood playing and joking, watching cartoons, and playing with my parrot. That chubby cheeked little brown skinned boy with the pretty brown skin and the big smile. He was magical. Now I look at old photos of myself and I see the essence of who I was. It was beautiful, noticing how pure my soul was, just how innocent I was before reality truly hit me. I had to really think back to when that shift of identity started to happen for me. And it definitely started to happen, I would say, during puberty or my early teens. You know, we go through the stages of growing up, becoming a teen, then an adult, dealing with life and the societal pressures that are put on us. We're told you gotta get the job, you gotta figure out your life, you gotta go to college, you gotta, get the career, get the 401k, you gotta figure out what you're gonna do, how you're gonna make money. All of those ideologies were a bit much. And the programming of my mind by my surroundings didn't help. To top it off, I had to understand my sexuality in a microaggressive environment while battling problematic skin issues that plummeted my self-esteem and really altered the identity of who I was. And it took me 35 years to realize that. So I started surviving life early, went through my teen years of exploring my sexuality and figuring out who I was. I tried to piece together who I thought I should be as much as possible. Or should I say who I thought society thought I should be. So that's what I did. I created Demi. Demi was kind of like the Batman to my Bruce Wayne. He is my alter ego, my protector. He is the boss. He's the badass. He gets shit done. He's fearless. He was that version of myself that I created to shield and to protect the true version of myself. The authentic version of me. The innocent little boy. I had to protect the essence of who that kid was by all means. He was so beautiful, and I wanted to shield him from this harsh world that I knew was coming for him. At that time of growing up in the city as a bisexual turned gay boy and trying to juggle double lives, it was a lot. When I came out, I was introduced to an entirely new world that heightened my anxiety and the complexities of life. Thankfully, I found a community of peers who made the transition easier and less lonely. But now, looking back, that period of my life also introduced me to the act of trauma bonding. This stage of my life unknowingly started what would turn into almost 2 decades of living in survival mode. That little boy in me never really had a chance to fully grow up because Demi Cortez pretty much took reign supreme over my entire identity. Life was all about trying to survive and living up to the standards that society had trained me to live up to by any means. And the funny thing is, I love the version of myself that I created because he was a beast. He got the job done. He handled whatever. He accomplished things. He really set the tone for who I wanted to be and how I wanted to show up in the world. And that was a good feeling to look back on. At the same time, though, my ego started to fuel my existence. During this period of becoming, I was so lost. I was so misguided and I was hurting. I had heightened periods of feeling unworthy and others of feeling just numb. And I didn't know why. The occasional relationships during these periods were not healthy because I was so unsure of myself. I lacked the confidence of being who I really was. Dealing with so much internally left me emotionally and spiritually bruised. This was a difficult time because now I realized the little boy in me was fighting to get out the entire time. He was fighting to grow up, to mature, and to show his essence, but Demi would not let him out. This is where the fear of judgment stems. The limited belief that he wasn't enough, the fear of looking weak or soft. It was Demi's job to protect Nuki, but in reality, they did more harm than good. I had a lot of catching up to do with myself, a lot of healing to do, a lot of soul searching to do, a lot of acceptance that needed to take place. The past few years have been dedicated to healing, acceptance, renewal, and reconstruction. The best part about all of this now is I have fully accepted all of me, and that little boy in me is healing. He's growing up, he's maturing, and at peace. He's experiencing life as it is without fear or doubt. I finally let him come to the light. Demi has taken a back seat a little bit. Now we're sharing life together. The essence of who I was, who I am right now, and this version of me I'm becoming. I had to die to my flesh and my ego. I'm a multifaceted, complex being, oftentimes misunderstood and prejudged. I have many layers and dimensions that make up who I am, and that's okay. I've accepted all of it, and now I'm showing up as the best version of myself. The beautiful part about being your authentic self is having the strength to accept who you are. I had to accept all of me. I had to let my soul be free, to fully embody the spirit of my existence, past, present, and future. This is who I am, and this is where I am in life. Acceptance isn't easy, but it's necessary. In order to move forward, we must face our fears and let our true light shine. Authenticity and vulnerability is beautiful. We don't have to hide our softer sides as men. It's okay to be unsure. That's how we grow and evolve. Embrace all of you and celebrate growth. Anything that isn't growing is dead.